Good day, Dr. Caronan and classmates. We are Group 1 and this is our first group work task in understanding the self. This first group work task is all about the perspectives of three influential philosophers, which is Socrates, Plato, and St. Augustine, on the concept of the self. Socrates believes that the answer to our pursuit in knowing ourselves lies in our own abilities and wisdom. And the only way for us to understand ourselves is through internal questioning or introspection. This method of questioning oneself or method of inquiry is called as the Socratic method, which involves asking a series of questions to test an idea or argument by continuously asking and evaluating who we are as a person. By that, we also be able to understand our strengths and weaknesses, the things that we like and dislike, how we want people to treat us, and how we want ourselves to be treated. Socrates believes in the importance of self-knowledge, and understanding is crucial to the self. Socrates' perspective on the self suggests that individuals should engage in a continuous process of self-examination and questioning to gain a better understanding of themselves and the world around them. For example, a person who regularly reflects on their actions and beliefs gain a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. And individuals can apply Socrates' perspective by engaging in self-reflection and using the Socratic method to examine their beliefs and values and determine whether they are truly aligned with their goals and aspirations.
Socrates believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. He believed that the goal of life is to be happy, but that true happiness can only be achieved through the pursuit of virtue. Socrates' perspective on the self suggests that individuals should strive to live a virtuous life, and that this will lead to a sense of happiness and fulfillment. Socrates believed that the self-knowledge and the pursuit of wisdom are necessary for living a virtuous life and achieving true happiness. According to Socrates, a virtuous life involves living in accordance with reason, justice, courage, and other moral virtues, and that this is essential for a meaningful and fulfilling existence. Thus, he encouraged individuals to engage in practice of self-reflection and self-improvement to live a life of purpose and value. For example, a person who consistently practices virtues such as courage, temperance, prudence, and justice can experience a sense of inner peace and fulfillment. And individuals can apply Socrates' perspective by regularly reflecting on their actions and decisions and making changes to their behavior based on their self-examination.
Virtue is necessary to attain happiness. Socrates believed that the virtuous man is a happy man, and that virtue alone is the only supreme good that will secure his happiness. He believed that individuals should focus on improving their inner selves rather than external circumstances, and that happiness is achieved through inner peace and contentment. Socrates' perspective on the self suggested that individuals should prioritize their own well-being and work on developing their inner selves. Socrates believed that happiness is not a merely result of external circumstances, but rather than inner states of being that is achieved through the cultivation of virtue. He believed that individuals should focus on developing their inner selves by practicing moral virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, and that this will lead to a sense of inner peace and contentment that is essential for true happiness. According to Socrates, external wealth, power, and fame do not guarantee happiness, but rather inner virtue and moral excellence are the key to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. For example, a person who practices self-care and focuses on their inner well-being can experience a sense of happiness and contentment. An individual can apply Socrates' perspective by striving to cultivate virtues in their daily lives and focusing on their personal growth and self-improvement rather than just pursuing materialistic goals.
Every man is composed of body and soul. Socrates believed that every human person is dualistic, that he is composed of two important aspects of his personhood. For Socrates, this means all individuals have an imperfect, impermanent aspect to him, and the body, while maintaining that there is also a soul that is perfect and permanent. Socrates believed that every human being is made up of two essential parts, the body and the soul. The body is physical and material, subject to decay and imperfection, while the soul is spiritual and immortal, representing our true selves. Socrates believed that the body is only a temporary vessel for the soul, and that true happiness and fulfillment come from cultivating the soul's growth and development. By acknowledging the duality of human nature and striving to nourish both the body and the soul, individuals can achieve a more holistic and meaningful existence. For example, people prioritizing the health and well-being of both their physical body and their spiritual or emotional health. This means taking care of their body by eating a healthy diet, getting regular exercise, and avoiding harmful substances, while also nurturing their soul by engaging in activities that bring them joy, peace, and fulfillment, such as practicing meditation, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing creative hobbies. By recognizing the importance of both aspects of their being, individuals can strive for a more balanced and fulfilling life.
Plato believed that good actions strengthen the self and inspire good actions on others. He emphasized the importance of pursuing virtue, which leads to a harmonious and fulfilling life. Plato's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should strive to do what is right and just, not just for the benefit of themselves, but for the benefit of society as a whole. Plato believed that good actions have a positive impact not only on the individuals, but also on society. He emphasized that the pursuit of virtue is essential for a fulfilling and harmonious life, and that individuals should strive to do what is right and just, not only for their own benefit, but for the benefit of society as a whole. Plato's perspective on the self highlights the interconnectedness of individuals and society and suggests that the pursuit of moral excellence is not just an individual pursuit, but also a social responsibility. By living a virtuous life, individuals can inspire good actions in others and contribute to the betterment of society as a whole. For example, a person who volunteers at a homeless shelter not only strengthens their own sense of self-worth, but also inspires others to do the same. And individuals can apply Plato's perspective by actively seeking to do good deeds and inspire others to do the same. They can work on developing virtues such as courage, wisdom, and justice, which will help them to live a fulfilling and meaningful life.
Plato's concept of the self is based on his idea of the three parts of the soul, consisting of the appetitive, rational, and spirited. He believed that each part of the soul has its own function and purpose, and that the ideal state of the soul is one of which each part performs its function harmoniously. Plato's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should strive for balance in their lives. Plato presented the idea of one soul which is divided into three different parts. These parts of the soul are known as the appetitive or sensual. That includes biological needs such as hunger, thirst, and sensual desires. Rational or reasoning that includes forbids person to enjoy sensual experiences, the part that loves to. And the spirited or feeling inclined towards reason but understand the demands of passion. For example, a person who practices meditation to achieve inner balance not only benefits themselves but also contributes to a more harmonious society. And individuals can apply Plato's perspective by understanding the different parts of their own soul and working to balance them.
Plato believed that the soul is the most divine aspect of the human being, and that is the true nature is intellectual rather than spiritual. He believed that the knowledge and reason are the keys to understanding the self and the world around us. Plato's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should engage in a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Plato believed that the soul is the most important aspect of the human being, and that it is the source of knowledge and reason. He believed that individuals should prioritize the intellectual pursuit to understand themselves. and the world around them better. Data perspective on the self suggests that individuals should engage in a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and understanding to achieve a sense of inner fulfillment and intellectual satisfaction. By prioritizing intellectual pursuit, individuals gain a deeper understanding of themselves, their values, and the world, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. For example, a person who regularly reads books on a variety of topics not only expand their own understanding but also contributes to the intellectual development of society.
Saint Augustine believed that the soul held the truth and was capable of scientific thinking. He believed that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding was crucial to the self, and that individuals should also use their minds correctly to achieve the real and lasting happiness. Saint Augustine's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should prioritize the pursuit of knowledge and the truth about the world, and that this knowledge could only be obtained through a reasonable and rational thought. For example, a person who engages in critical thinking and seeks to understand the world around them can gain a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. And when faced with a difficult decision, individuals can apply Augustine's perspective by using the reason and rational thought to make an informed decision based on what they believe to be true, rather than solely relying on their emotions or physical senses.
Saint Augustine believed that the self was aware of itself, recognized itself as a holistic one, and was aware of its unity. He believed that individuals should strive to understand themselves as part of a larger whole, and this would lead to a sense of interconnectedness and inner peace. Saint Augustine's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should prioritize their own inner well-being, seek to understand themselves as a part of a larger spiritual whole. Saint Augustine believed that individuals possess a self-awareness that recognizes the unity of their physical and spiritual being. He emphasized the importance of understanding oneself as part of a larger spiritual whole, which leads to a sense of interconnectedness and inner peace. Saint Augustine's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should prioritize their inner well-being and seek to understand their place in the world as part of a larger spiritual community. By developing a sense of spiritual interconnectedness, individuals can achieve a sense of inner fulfillment, purpose, and harmony with the world around them. For example, a person who practices mindfulness and seeks to understand their place in the world can experience a sense of inner peace and interconnectedness. And individuals can apply Augustine's perspective by developing a strong sense of self-awareness and recognizing that they are unified, being made up of souls and body, and that their ultimate goal in life is to connect with God and fulfill their spiritual purpose.
Saint Augustine believed that human beings are compound of body and soul, and that they are meant to tend to higher divine and heavenly matters. He believed that individuals have the capacity to ascend and comprehend truth, and that is the ultimate goal of human existence. He argued that humans were not just physical creatures but also spiritual ones, and that their ultimate goal in life was to connect with God. Saint Augustine's perspective on the self suggests that individuals should prioritize spiritual matters and seek to understand their place in the divine plan.
Saint Augustine believed that humans are both physical and spiritual beings with the capacity to connect with the divine and understand the truth. He believed that the ultimate goal of human existence is to seek and connect with God, and that individuals should prioritize spiritual matters in their lives. Saint Augustine's perspective on the self emphasizes the importance of seeking meaning beyond the physical realm and understanding one's place in the divine plan. By prioritizing spiritual pursuits, individuals can achieve a sense of purpose, inner fulfillment, and connection with something greater than themselves. For example, a person who practices their religion and seeks to understand the divine can experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment. And individuals can apply Augustine's perspective by striving to live a spiritual life that is focused on connecting with God and fulfilling their ultimate purpose.
Thank you everyone, and have a nice day.